Today, we're gonna learn how to level up your 3D renders in After Effects. For this, you're gonna need a 3D render and After Effects. Use your footage to make a new composition. Just make sure your frame rate is set correctly. For me, it's 25 FPS, so I changed it. The first step is to color correct your video. Color correction is almost compulsory for every renders. It is a time where you correct the exposure of your video to make it look right. For that, add an adjustment layer and add the Lumetri color effect into it. Make sure you have Lumetri scopes open so that you can see the beautiful graph. Adjust the color wheels to put the exposure you want. My footage is overall a little bit too bright, so I take the curve and put it downwards a bit. Then tweak the last settings using the basic correction panel. Boom! You just made your renders 10 times better. Now, we are going to soften the highlights. This is basically replicating a $100 filter literally every filmmakers buy to make your footage look more cinematic. Duplicate your main layer and add the Gaussian blur effect. Add some blur to the video, and then add a Lumetri color effect. Shape your RGB curve like that so that you only see the bright part of your image. Then put the saturation down to 0. What we just did is isolating the highlights and blurring them. Put the duplicated layer on screen mode to till magic happens. Now, to add some colors, you have two options. Color grade your video yourself, or if you're like me and you're a bit lazy, just use a LUT. So add an adjustment layer and add a Lumetri color effect into it. Go into the creative panel and add a LUT you like. You can reduce the intensity of the LUT by using the little bar. I don't know how it's called, sorry, I'm a French baguette. I recommend using it to like 50% to avoid overdoing it. The goal of all these compositing techniques is to make them soft and barely notice them. But in the end, it will make a big difference, trust me. Now, if you're like me and exported your 3D render with kind of a transparent background, I suggest you to add a video of a cool sky you can find on Pexels, for example. It's free. It's way cooler and easier than to do it in Blender or any 3D software. Now the finishing touch. In order to make your renders more realistic, add a Lumetri color effect. No, just kidding. Just add grain. That's a cool effect to add grain. Take literally any preset, it doesn't matter, and test the intensity until you got something you like. The goal is to notice it very slightly. Now you just have to export your video and voila! You now have a cool video meme to show your 36 followers on TikTok. Hope you enjoyed.